Hi, this is Mike Easley, author of the Antics. Thanks for joining me. The book is filled with lots of hints and suggestions to maybe help you understand what happens in that type of relationship and gives you maybe some hope that you're not alone. That's really probably the biggest thing that I hope the book inspires in people is maybe is hope. Hope for a better future, whether you stay in the relationships that you're in and just work them out, or whether you need to make a change. Hope is what makes a difference. This prologue was inspired by this really funny family story that we have about one of my grandkids when they were 3, and it sort of illustrates some pretty highly dysfunctional narcissistic behavior, especially if an adult may be acting like a 3-year-old. So, with that, the prologue from the Antics. The Narcissist Cherry Bomb. Many years ago, we had taken my 3-year-old grandson out to eat, and because he was so good during the meal, we let him have some cherry pie. When the pie came, his eyes grew as big as 2 moons, and his smile was like a beam of sunshine. He eagerly grabbed his fork and began to dig in. And then, without warning, dark clouds crushed the beam of sunshine, and he screamed in near mortal agony, "There are cherries in my pie!" and began to throw an impressive 3-year-old tantrum. Everyone at the table was shocked at the same time, nearly cracking up. We tried to explain to him that cherries are part of a cherry pie, but that was like throwing gasoline on a fire. He could not be consoled, and finally, we all decided the best course of action was to ignore this tantrum and to stop trying to understand what happened. While we'll never understand the mind of a 3-year-old, we instinctively know this too shall pass. We don't lose sleep or agonize over how to make sense of the tantrum of a 3-year-old. We don't take it as a personal affront when this happens. Were it only that simple when your narcissist drops a cherry bomb on you. Let's imagine how that situation would play out, listening to the inner dialogue of the giver of care, whose sense of self-worth and life's meaning is wrapped up in being the supply for their narcissist, Narcy, as we revisit this story as the giver of care, Carence, serves up the cherry pie. While Carence is serving up cherry pie to Narcy, his thoughts wander and his mind races. I can't wait to see Narcy's face as she takes the first bite of this pie. I could tell that she had had a really tough day today. I think the weather change has set off one of her spells, and I am so very proud of her for being able to take herself to the day spa to get that relief that she so desperately needs and richly deserves. She continually tells me that I don't really understand how she feels, and she gives me sweet encouragement as I work so hard on trying to develop my empathy skills. I am so lucky that my boss let me leave work early today so I could surprise Narcy with this pie. I don't know why Narcy is continually telling me that my boss is so bad and mean to me. He is always very accommodating, and his eyes convey this look of deep understanding when I talk about Narcy and my need to take some time away from work to help her around the house. I'm so glad I picked up on her hints last night that she would enjoy something yummy to eat. There is nothing better than the tart sweetness of fresh, homemade cherry pie. If you could taste the color red, it would taste like cherry pie. Narcy has told me time and time again in such a loving way that paying attention to the little things is the best way to develop my empathy skills. She is so smart and good to me. I love how she helps me make sense of the many confusing things in my world. What would I do without her? How could I do without her? Narcy is eyeing the pie very closely with her fork in her hand. It looks like she might really like it. Oh, please, God. That glint in her eyes must mean she is happy. She's really happy, and I did it. I feel so wonderful when she approves of something that I have done. I work so hard to try and please her, and when I hit it out of the park like this, I feel so good about myself. I'm so lucky to have Narcy. She completely takes my fear away that I am not good enough for anyone. I love you so much. Oh look, the crust is flaking beautifully as Narcy's fork goes through it. And the filling is just firm enough to hold on to those fresh cherries and crust to make the perfect mouth-watering and taste bud bursting bite of homemade cherry pie. Oh, her eyes are closed. That must be good. Is it? Dang it. I wished I had more empathy so I could feel what she's feeling. Oh well. Narcy will help me there as well as the many other changes I am working on to make her happy. Her eyes are open now, and they have this strange glint. She looks kind of happy. What is that? Oh no. Oh no. God, no, please. Narcy just shouted out her cherry pie has cherries in it and spat it out of her mouth. What did I do? I thought she wanted cherry pie. All the signs were there. I checked and double-checked all my cues. What did I do wrong this time? Why, she even told me how great the house smelled when she came back from her day spa treatment. Maybe it's the medication she takes for her rare pain conditions. Perhaps her taste buds have changed. I should have known. I should have been able to see this one coming. Damn that weather change. Oh, Narcy, I'm so sorry I hurt you again. I should have done more research on the options for making pie. I bet there's a Pinterest out there that I missed. I should have Googled cherryless cherry pie. Next time I will. In fact, I will try to make a fat-free, sugar-free, gluten-free, vegan, cherry-free cherry pie for my Narcy. That will do it. That will impress her and fix this mess I created. She deserves so much better. I'm so sorry, Narcy, that this happened. I am so stupid. You deserve all the happiness in the world, and I am so sorry that I added weight to the horrible things you have to bear each day. I know you really don't like it here, and that the people here are not like you and don't like things that you do. That is so hard for you. I keep making things worse for you. I'm so sorry. Oh my. She will never forgive me for this. These horrible events I create and the things I do make such a lasting impression in her mind and emotions. Another burden for her to bear. I know. I can bring this whole thing up in therapy. There must be some insight into myself that I'm missing. I can do it. I can fix this. I will fix this. Thank God for this chance to learn more about myself and to be better at making Narcy happy. Oh, Narcy, please give me another chance to make you happy and another day to make you pie. I will do better next time, I promise. Perhaps apple pie. And yes, without apples, my love and soulmate.